Vocaloid.
It's a rainy, gloomy day in New York. I was out with my pup, taking a walk, and it's one of those days to make some relaxed, rainy day, lo-fi, chop vocals with VOCALOID5. So that's what I did. And I recorded the whole thing for you to see how it all went down. And I saved the project for you as well, for you to download, open up, and try it all out for yourself. So here's what we're working with. All right, I got this piano and these drums, and I have a lot of Vocaloid tracks set up here right now. I don't think I'm going to be using all of these, but I'm going to keep them in there just in case I do, because you're going to see what I do in this lesson, or what I've done when I was creating this, was essentially working one track at a time. It's like I'll start off with a track, make it sound a certain way, and then kind of I'll either move it to a new track or copy it and duplicate it to another track and then reuse or add on additional audio effects. So it's a nice little trick that I'll show you that I do throughout all this stuff. So to get this started, I really just created a Vocaloid part, and I used the singer Cyber Diva 2. I got a bunch of other singers I could use, but I want to use her voice for now. I drew in a little melody. And then I extended some of them out. You know, they're all the same size. I made some a little longer, so instead of them just going like bop, 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 they kind of bend into each other. You get this nice sound like this. And then I threw in a bunch of letters, basically a bunch of vowels, a bunch of little E's and O's and all this stuff, and I got something like this. I know it sounds really weird, but it's a really nice little trick to do, especially if you're doing vocal chop kind of stuff. And what I did was just try out a bunch of different letters. I just kept changing it up until I had something I liked, and then I ended up with this. And then I changed the style of this, because I was using the Cyber Diva 2 style, although I wanted to use a different style. I liked it because it had a little less delay. It sounded pretty similar, but it had less delay on it, and I just like the way it sounds. So I chose it, and this is what it sounds like. You can actually see the effects before, you know, de-esser, EQ, compressor, gain, delay, reverb, where this new one pretty much has de-esser, EQ, compressor, gain, reverb. Pretty much has the same thing except for the delay, so I chose that one. Now, I wanted to add some additional audio effects to the actual track. So I went in there, clicked on effect for the actual track, added an audio effect, added some reverb to give it some more crystal room effect kind of sound. And if you're wondering what that is, it's a preset, Crystal Room. There's a bunch of different presets here. I like that one. And I liked it because I simply went through all the presets, and I like the way it sounds, so I chose that one. It could be as simple as that. I didn't even change anything on the reverb. I kept it exactly as it was. So with that, I added an EQ, and this is the biggest effect. This is the biggest change right here. Again, I went into the presets, and I chose radio vocals, and you're going to see this totally cuts out a lot of the low end, a lot of the high end, keeps that mid-range, radio, lo-fi, chill sound. That's what we're going for. And here's where I started applying some changes with the tracks. So I have this track, this is Vocaloid 1. Now I'm going to delete 2, copy, and then paste. So the reason I did that was because I essentially just duplicated the track, but I duplicated all the effects on the track as well. So it still has that lo-fi kind of sound. And I'm just going to move it over here because I want to make a new version of it. I do this really often. I make new versions of something, but I don't delete the previous one just in case I want to go back. I want to keep it safe. I'm going to change the color of it. I don't know why I'm speaking about it as if it's actually happening. I already did this, but that's what I did. I made it pink. And I made it pink just to know that I'm not working on that one. I'm only working with the blue one. With this blue one, I want to change the melody a bit. I like the way it sounds, I like the way it feels, but there's a little too much going on. Somebody let me know about that in a previous video. If anybody uploads videos on YouTube and they tell you they don't check the comments, they're lying. And just like before, I elongated some of the notes. I just deleted that whole part. I didn't even want it anymore. But it was a little too open, so I duplicated that part over again. And I felt like this was going somewhere, so I duplicated it again. And then I did a little trick. I highlighted it and did join Vocaloid part. So it pretty much took those two clips, made it one big clip. People ask me all the time why I do that. It's simply to clean things up. And if I want to edit that one clip now, I don't have to go into two different clips to edit two different things. I just have this one clip. If I want to edit any notes within that, I can do that. So that's what I did. Adding some more audio effects, adding a compressor. With that, I went to choose another effect and then decided there's no need for that, so I didn't do it. Although I did go and mess around with the EQ a bit. I didn't really change too much. I don't even think I changed anything. I was just playing around with it. So I did the same thing. I deleted track, copy, paste, have a new little version to play with, move that down the line. And then I did the same thing. I removed a bit more, made it a little more relaxed, made some more open space here. Although I wanted to remove that little breath. I like having little breaths. It makes it sound natural, it makes it sound like a real person, which is really cool. But in this case, I don't really want that. So I'm going to turn that off. Style, breath, off. There we go. Yeah, really, I was just going through this and removing some more stuff until I felt the need to make this even more lo-fi. I added an audio effect, distortion, moved it over here. Why did I move it over there? I wanted the filter to filter that out even more. Pretty cool, signal flow goes from left to right. And I kept it on lo-fi type number 3. Kept this to about 3 as well. Nothing too crazy, but sounding a little more lo-fi. And then I didn't really need anything else, so I started deleting all the other tracks. I deleted the pink ones that I didn't need anymore. I started rearranging this into a new little song form, and there we go. Rainy day, lo-fi, vocal chops with VOCALOID 5. This project's available for free download on the Vocaloid website. Head over there to pick it up and check it out for yourself. Enjoy.